the Coyote Twin, Vermilion's Downtown Theater. Providing entertainment Thursdays through Sundays.
Tonight, federal agencies may be pausing holiday events.
But USD students gathered for the Unity Ball. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
A South Dakota bill on immigration enforcement is heading to the governor's desk. Welcome to Coyote News. I'm Jacob Pierce.
And I'm Xander Hull. We'll get to that story in a moment, but first, South Dakota student reading scores have dropped, along with the majority of scores across the country. The National Assessment of Educational Process, also known as the nation's report card, is an assessment of reading and math administered every 2 years to students in 4th and 8th grade across the U.S. Comparing this year to scores from 2022, math scores remained the same for 8th graders and improved slightly for 4th graders. In reading, scores dropped for both 4th and 8th grade students. South Dakota outperformed the national average in 8th grade reading and math, as well as 4th grade math. 4th grade reading scores in the state were equal to the national average. In other national news, Senator Mitch McConnell fell down the stairs after leaving the Senate earlier this afternoon. The incident happened after McConnell participated in the vote to confirm Scott Turner as the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. A spokesperson for the senator says that McConnell is fine, but will be using a wheelchair as a precautionary measure.
Federal agencies are pausing holiday-related events to comply with President Donald Trump's executive orders over DEI initiatives. The Defense Intelligence Agency received a memo last week instructing them to suspend special observances. Employees are no longer supposed to recognize them with office activities or events. The memo listed 11 events that are related to cultural and historical commemorations. Some of the specific observances listed included Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Women's History Month, and Pride Month. Related agency resource groups, affinity groups, and employee networking groups will also pause until further notice.
A South Dakota bill that would prohibit policies that interfere with federal immigration authorities has passed the House of Representatives. Senate Bill 7 would prohibit the state and its political subdivisions from adopting any policy to prevent local law enforcement from cooperating with federal immigration authorities or disciplining officers who do cooperate. The bill passed on Monday with a vote of 62-6. It now heads to the desk of Governor Larry Roden.
There's a battle going on in the muck at this hour. The African Student Association is hosting Jollof Wars. Jollof is a rice dish from West Africa. The so-called war is over which country has the best jollof: Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia, or some other country. Students are invited to taste, judge, and enjoy the dish as the teams battle for the crown. While it's a competition, it's also a celebration of African culture, food, and community. The event is taking place right now in the Muck Pit until 7.
Saturday marked the first day of Black History Month. To celebrate, the Black Student Union held their annual Unity Ball in the Muck Ballroom. The ball is a place where participants celebrated many of the people that make USD unique. An award ceremony was held during the ball recognizing people for their efforts in promoting an unprejudicial and safe environment for students. Among those recognized were Megan Redshirt Shaw, Bennett Clary, and Ellie Hoops. The ball also included live music from the local band, Beverly Hills Thrift Store, and a 360 photo booth. The Black Student Union plans to hold more events throughout Black History Month. Native American student athletes were honored at Saturday's women's basketball game. USD hosted the 4th annual Native American Heritage Game, honoring athletes with a Lakota flag song sung by elementary students. During halftime, the Sampson brothers and Jackie Bird performed. The first 3 Native American Heritage Games averaged more than 600 Native American students and alumni in attendance. This marks the second time a women's basketball game was part of the celebration. Later in Coyote Sports, we'll have more about the women's win against North Dakota. Coming up, students learn why they should consider studying abroad. You're watching Coyote News.
In a world where embracing your identity is a privilege not usually given to the members of the LGBTQIA+ community,
the University of South Dakota Spectrum provides community and education for young queer scholars.
sexuality and identity are defined on spectrums.
And having a community of open-minded, inclusive peers provides safety. Spectrum is one reason all Coyotes can call the University of South Dakota their home.
This is Coyote News.
Free Narcan distribution boxes were installed in Vermilion back in November after the tragic death of a 15-year-old girl. Since the installation, the box has been refilled 5 times, twice in November and December, and once in January. This accounts for a total of 164 kits distributed and 328 doses in total. Narcan is a medication that quickly reverses an opioid overdose. It's sprayed up the nose to nullify the opioid drug's effect on the brain receptors. The kits are available at Pump and Pack in downtown Vermilion.
Volunteer experiences are often cited as important on job resumes and job applications. Students Enhancing Resources for Vermilion Enrichment, or SERVE, is an organization dedicated to volunteering around the city. Last week, SERVE held their first annual meeting of the semester to discuss the importance of community service and the wide variety of opportunities in town. April leads the advisor for SERVE and says it's important for students to engage with the community.
We don't help others to make them better, right? That's a selfish volunteer. I will say, though, if you enjoy it and it makes you feel good, and that's part of the reason why you volunteer, that is okay.
Students got the chance to sign up for the volunteer roles at the end of the SERVE presentation. Those who missed the meeting can still get involved by visiting SERVE's page on USD Involved.
A local business teamed up with a sorority on Monday. Alpha Phi collaborated with Hello Ruby, a mobile boutique truck selling clothing, accessories, and other items in Vermilion and surrounding areas.
It is a pop-up fashion truck, so I come to different locations and do pop-ups, and just then everybody can kind of shop on the go.
The truck was parked in the Alpha Phi parking lot, available to any students looking to shop and partake in the event. For those who missed the event, Hello Ruby does have a brick-and-mortar store on Main Street. Other boutiques in town include Blue Monarch, Styles by Erica, and Sharing the Dream in Guatemala. Other sororities and fraternities are hosting fundraising events for the week. Sigma Tau Delta is having an open mic night tomorrow night in Varsity Pub's basement. Students are encouraged to share their talents with poems, music, or comedy. Alpha Phi is having a blood drive in support of heart health for their annual Go Red Week. The drive takes place on Friday in the Delzell parking lot. Next week, Sorority and Fraternity Life's hosting a Greek t-shirt swap. Proceeds will go toward the Sorority and Fraternity Life Student Conference Initiative for Unite for USD. Extra clothing will be donated. For more Greek life events, check out USD Involved.
The Gallagher International Center invited students to learn about study abroad opportunities. The center hosted the Study Away Expo yesterday. Students had the chance to indulge in snacks while exploring the wide variety of opportunities offered at the expo. Gallagher Center staff shared information on the programs across the U.S. as well as in Spain, England, Germany, and many other countries. Programs can last anywhere from 2 weeks to a full semester or during the summer months. The event also included information on applying and costs. In case you missed the Study Away Expo, the Gallagher Center hosts Study Away 101 information sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The President's Senior Leadership Institute is an initiative that prepares students for life after graduation. Coyote News' Kylie Parisian is live in the muck to talk more about the program and their recent trip. Kylie?
Thanks, Jacob. I'm here with Jordan Bonstrom, the director of the Opportunity Center. Jordan, I know you help lead PSLI. What's the benefits that students get out of being part of that program?
Yeah, so PSLI, it's our year-long senior level leadership capstone program, and the real benefit is that students get an opportunity to learn from Coyote alums and leaders of our state about their own leadership experiences, and hopefully build some confidence and gain some skills in their own ability to lead after they graduate from USD.
And you touched on gaining skills. How are students gaining skills through these workshops that you guys participate in and help run throughout the year?
So some are just really, tangible, like we do Clifton Strengths, and so students get a better understanding of their own strengths and how to use those to help them in whatever their career path or life path is. But another, some of the skills is just to really learn from what other people are doing. For example, we just were in Peer, and students were able to meet with leaders from our state and hear what, learn the things that they're doing and figure out how what they're involved in at USD can apply to what they want to be a part of in the future.
And then what other resources that are offered at the Opportunity Center that students can take advantage of?
Yeah, well, we have a lot. We have currently, we just finished taking applications for our first year leadership experience. We also advise the First Gen Student Org, which has a life skills program that's going on right now. So we just did how to do your taxes this afternoon. We'll have a financial literacy event coming up here in the next couple of weeks, and really just anything and everything. If you're not quite sure where to go to get a question answered, you can come to the Opportunity Center and we'll get you plugged into the right resources at the right time.
And then what's a good place that students can contact the Opportunity Center?
Yeah, well, we're just up at the top of the stairs of the MUC 205 or 204 A and B, or call us 605-658-3434 or email opportunitycenter@usc.edu, but just top of the stairs of the MUC.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jordan.
Thank you.
Live from the MUC, I'm Kylie Parisian.
Thanks, Kylie. Students interested in applying for the President Senior Leadership Institute must be their final year. Questions about the application process can be sent to the Opportunity Center's email address.
4 theater department seniors are raising money to head to the Big Apple. Vivian Klein, Clover Ashmore, Meg Cook, and Jamie Lennon are performing in the Iowa Takes on New York City Cabaret this weekend. Donations from the performance will help the students to travel to New York in March to showcase their talents for agents. The event takes place Saturday night at CC's Scratch Kitchen and Bar from 7 o'clock until 9 o'clock. One local business is giving back to children in Vermilion. Bunyan's is hosting a prom night black and white party. This year, money raised will go towards buying coats and winter gear for the Vermilion School District. There will also be a silent and live auction with items up for bid. The event will also take place on Saturday from 7 o'clock until the store closes. There is a cost to get in at the door. Formal attire is encouraged for the prom night, but not required. Next on Coyote Sports, men's basketball takes on the last undefeated conference team, Omaha.
And the women's basketball team faces North Dakota, picking up a win on Native American Heritage Day.
Every day, 37 people die. Every 79 seconds, someone is killed.
Love y'all. I'll see you later.
2 out of 3 people will be impacted, and this could all be prevented. Don't drink and drive.
The University of South Dakota's Department of Media and Journalism.
You're never gonna know.
Fostering students' talent and creativity through the art of filmmaking. Share your stories. Bring your ideas to life. Discover your passion. Find your voice.
This is Coyote News.
3 track and field athletes pick up Peak Performers of the Week. This is Coyote Sports. I'm Parker Orr.
And I'm Maggie Bishop. The swim and dive team celebrates 16 athletes on Senior Day in Sioux Falls. The men's basketball team is on their way to Denver for a game tomorrow night. The game follows last week's win against the #1 ranked team in the conference. The Omaha Mavericks took charge early and had 50-38 lead at halftime. But the Coyotes were led by senior Dre Bullock, who came back and knocked down Omaha 91-87, handling them their first conference of the season. Bullock finished the game with a career-high 31 points, making 3 6-pointers en route to his first career Peak Performer of the Week award. Sophomore Isaac Bruns tied his career high with 23 points. Following tomorrow's road game against Denver, USD travels to Oral Roberts for a Saturday game. The women's basketball team defeated North Dakota 76-66 in the Native American Heritage game. Senior Grace Larkins led the charge with the team for both 39 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 steals. Larkins earned the Peak Performer of the Week for the 4th time this season and improved to 3rd on the all-time scoring list at South Dakota. Freshman Gabby Wilkie set a career high in points with 13. USD's home tomorrow tonight against the Oral Roberts before hitting the road to play NDSU on Saturday.
The Coyote track and field teams competed in the DeLoss Dodds Invitational, breaking school and facility records. Landon Olson and Sarah Reifenrath claimed victories in the high jump and 400-meter dash, respectively, as USD claimed 6 event titles. Reifenrath earned the Peak Performer of the Week. Carson Stair and Ethan Basler won the triple jump and 60-meter dash as well. Spencer Bewley also placed 3rd in pole vault, earning himself a Peak Performer of the Week award. Junior Mason Sindelar broke the school record in the 1,000-meter, finishing ahead of teammate Caleb Rivera, who broke the school record in the mile the next day. Coyote News' Nathan Delaney is live in the muck with Rivera after he broke the school record by just .06 over Sindelar. Nathan?
Thanks, Parker. So, Mason, what does it mean to have set a new Coyote all-time mile record?
Oh, it means a lot to me. The hard work you put in throughout the season, seeing it actually pay off, all the mileage you run, and the workouts just stacked on top of each other, and the lifting. So seeing a time come up like that, it's pretty cool to experience.
What has your training for this record been up to this point?
60 to 70 mile weeks for the most part. A lot of tempo stuff mixed in with that fast-paced aerobic things. I'm trying to get in the weight room when I can for that explosiveness. So,
what does it mean to run next to a teammate like Mason when you guys are chasing these records?
Oh, it's great. Having a teammate, a partner that you could push through races with is a big deal. On the Friday before the record, he actually broke the 1K record, and that was such a phenomenal race. And then the following day, he pushed me to that next level. So being a part of that's really cool.
How does it feel to have won your first ever Summit League Peak Performer of the Week award?
Feels pretty good, but there's a lot of work to be done, I think. And the goal is to win conference this year as a team, so we'll see.
Thank you very much for being here. Live from the muck for Coyote News, I'm Nathan Delaney.
Thanks, Nathan. Rivera and the rest of the team continue their season going back to Lincoln this weekend in the Frank Savine Husker Invitational.
USD Swim and Dive celebrated senior night at the Coyote Invitational in Sioux Falls, winning 7 races in the 2-day meet. Gabby Arendt won both the 200 and 400 individual medley. Taylor Horan won the 500-yard freestyle, and Alex Parkinson won the 1,650-yard freestyle. Madison Schmidt won the women's 1-meter dive. Charlie Matthews won the men's 1-meter dive ahead of teammate Teague Bates, who won the 3-meter dive. South Dakota heads to the Minnesota First Chance meet of the last event of the season before the Summit League Championships at the end of the month. After winning back-to-back duels against Missouri State and Sioux Falls, USD traveled to Montana to face Utah State and Montana State. Junior Selena Bird performed the best out of the Coyotes, winning both of her single matches and earning Peak of the Performer Week in the Summit League. USD defeated the Aggies 4-3 to improve their win streak to 3 before facing off against the Bobcats. Bird won the only match against Montana State as the Coyotes fell 6-1. South Dakota goes on to face Nebraska this weekend in Lincoln as they continue their dual season with the Summit League matches starting next month.
After 3 coaching changes on the offensive side, Coach Travis Johansson named 2 defensive changes to the football staff. Billy Kirch joins the team as the new defensive coordinator after spending the last 9 years in the same position at Northwestern College in Iowa. He coached former Coyote Parker Fryer last year to the GPAC Defensive Player of the Year. Miles Taylor was promoted to co-defensive coordinator after spending the last 4 seasons as the defensive backs coach at USD. Taylor coached players like Miles Harden in his time, who is now on the Cleveland Browns. Taylor will continue to work with the Coyotes defensive backs along with his other responsibilities. After playing just 28 matches and helping win Summit League Championship for South Dakota this past season, Barrett Power returns to be the newest assistant coach for the volleyball team. Power was one of the 18 athletes named to the AVCA Coaches for Coaches Scholarship, an award for athletes looking to become coaches after their playing career is over. Power spent her first 4 collegiate seasons at Colorado State before becoming a Coyote for a season. She now joins the coaching staff that has won 5 championships in the last 7 years.
Speaking of volleyball, the volleyball team set the dates for their summer camps for 2025. USD will host 5 different camps, all in the month of July, starting on the 10th and ending on the 25th. Information on the camps is available on the Camps tab on the Go Yotes website. That's it for Coyote Sports.
When we come back, we ask students about their Super Bowl predictions. Stay with us.
In the United States, approximately 6.3 million animals enter shelters every year. Of those, only 3.2 million will be adopted, and over 920,000 will be euthanized. Help put a stop to animal homelessness, save a life, and rescue your next best friend.
This is Coyote News.
Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow Sunday and predicted 6 more weeks of winter. This year, a record high amount of people showed up in western Pennsylvania for the annual Groundhog's Day event. The ritual goes back more than a century, but gained popularity after Bill Murray's 1993 Groundhog Day that transformed the event into what it is today. Phil's has predicted a longer winter far more often than an early spring, and he's been right less than half the time. Breakfast is said to be the most important meal of the day.
We asked our Instagram followers what their favorite breakfast food is.
Between French toast, waffles, and pancakes, the obvious answer is French toast.
See, I gotta say I'm way more of a waffles guy. I love waffles.
That's fair. Let's see what they had to say.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Waffles are good. It's just pancakes that I'm, so on. Follow our Instagram page for more weekly polls.
With the Super Bowl this weekend, many will be watching in anticipation to see who the winning team is.
We ask students who they think will win the Super Bowl and what the final score will be.
Here's what they had to ask.
The Chiefs by 50.
I hope the Eagles win because I don't like the Chiefs, and then I'm hoping for like a 49-0 type score.
I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, and I'm thinking probably like 50-something to 30-something. It'll be kind of close.
I think the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl. Not that I want them to, but and I think that they'll win 49 to 36.
I'm thinking the Eagles will win. I think they got it. The score will be 32 to 30.
Eagles, 27-24.
I want to say the Eagles, and it's probably going to be 31-28.
I hope the Eagles, but I feel like the Chiefs win. But so, I'll probably say 27-21.
I got the Chiefs winning, same score, 38-35, and Travis Kelce proposes, not at the end of the game, but at halftime.
I think the Chiefs are gonna win, and it's gonna be 21-14.
Chiefs. Excuse me. 35-21.
What do you think, Parker? Who's taking home the trophy?
The Eagles are going to win in a 4 overtime game, 50-47.
Wow. I would not put my money on that.
What a strange.
I'd say it's probably going to be the Chiefs, despite my best wishes. And I couldn't even estimate a score.
I'm kind of in that same boat. I'm going to have to give you guys a definitive, I don't know. It's anybody's guess.
I'm just coming for the food.
Hey,
That's
man,
fair.
That's a good
there you
answer.
go.
That's all for Coyote News.
Check out the Volant online for recaps on Coyote Athletics.
Listen to 91.1 for news updates throughout the week and for your coverage of USD sports.
Don't forget to follow our social media pages for daily updates in the weekly poll. Have a great night.